Hello. Okay, I'm finally ready to talk about the book that I read. It took me a couple of weeks to read it, I think. Like 2 weeks. Maybe three, because work's been crazy. It's slowed down now, but it was crazy, and it was hard to find time to, like, listen to it. And I listened to it at home, too. It's a long book, but, I was having like, the book helps me focus when I'm at work, but I can't listen to the book while I'm on the phone. That's that's how it goes. Okay, so the book is Memories of Ice by Steve Erikson, and I did enjoy it. I think Gardens of the Moon is still my favorite of the Malazan series so far. Um, and that's because I really struggled with book two, um, which is, why do the names of this series escape me? Um, Dead House Gates, uh, which is, it's really good. Okay, it's just, it felt really pointless, and it continues to feel really pointless, even though I loved Apt and I loved Panic and I loved getting to know Kalam and Manala, and I liked that part of the story. The stuff with Coltane made it so feel like everything was pointless. Sorry if that's a spoiler. Yeah. But the reason I'm mentioning it is because I went directly into book three, and which is Memories of Ice, and I was struggling to get into it because of how I felt after book two. Um, I just want you to know before I get into this book that if, and I am aware of the lure that, like, he wrote this, lost it in some way, published what he meant to have as book three as book two, and then published what he meant to have as book two as book three. I understand that lure, but the book two, would have been a lot more palatable if if he had done book if this had been the second book, if Memories of Ice had been the second book, book three, Dead House Gates, I think is it, would have been a lot more palatable. It would have been a lot more palatable because of the exact line that he uses to end Memories of Ice, that would have made Dead House Gates palatable, a lot more palatable. It's still a good book. It's very well written. It felt very, very pointless because of what happened. So Memories of Ice, I had a hard time getting into it, even though all of the characters that I love were back. Wasn't having to deal with just sand all the time, which is Dead House Games. It wasn't just sand all the time. There was a lot of scenery and diversity. There was a lot of character diversity. There was a lot of new characters that I enjoyed. There was expanding on characters that I already liked. Quick Ben was back. I love Quick Ben. He is my favorite. He was back. So there were so many good things. But by the time that I had felt like I was getting into this book enough to be mostly over how I felt about the second book, all of my, not my favorite characters, spoiler, but I'll save that. Just bad things happen. Look, this book, the ending is devastating. I almost cried on the clock, okay? I had, like, dragged my feet for the past couple of days now reading this book because I felt this devastating end coming. I felt it coming, and I knew it was going to be hard. And then it just kept rolling, and it was so hard to read because I don't like to use my leisure time, my leisure activities to be sad, because I have depression and I'm already sad all the time. So, like, I don't read sad stuff. I don't do sad media because I already got it. I'm already fine with that. I need other emotions. So I don't normally do that. Like, I don't, and so it was devastatingly sad, extremely well written. I am so happy to have like really gotten in depth into some of these characters. Some of them were very disappointing, some that I would have really liked, that I really liked, that I wish things were better. But the sadness, guys. Oof, it was just a gut punch. But it ended on a good note. Like, it ended well. Not like a great note, but it ended well. It ended well enough for me to feel better. Also, even though I'm not, you know what? Memories of Ice is about, it's about the Malazans joining up with 2 other armies to get rid of an opposing force which is threatening to devastate the world as they know it. So from here on out, there are going to be spoilers. Go ahead and scroll if you don't want spoilers. I'm just going to talk. I'm just talking now. Okay, so like that's what's happening. So here we go. Tattersail. That's who I want to talk about the most, okay? She got reborn into Silver Fox with a couple of other people. Nightchill and Belladan. There we go. I remembered. I got it. But like she got reborn into and she was supposed to help the Talana Mass, but I know I just mispronounced that, but she's in the Talan Eye, and she's going through a lot of growing pains, and like it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense, but I still missed Tattersail a lot. Like, I missed her. I miss her character very much. She was a favorite character of mine in the first book, and I had some hope with Silver Fox because Tattersail is also in there, but it's not enough. Like, it wasn't enough, and I missed that character. And while there are a lot of fun, strong female characters, I do miss her character the most. Out of the ones that I've seen die. And it's because, like, it was really cool to see a strong female character that wasn't like the cliche strong female character, which is that they're over aggressive, which is Stani, and I do love Stani. But like, she wasn't that. She was strong in her own right. She was strong in her own will. She was also a big girl. I appreciate that, and it never seemed to be like a big issue that she was a big girl. It just kind of got mentioned in passing. Love that. Love that. Also, she seems so cool, and she seems so well-rounded, and she had such a good head on her shoulders, and she had a quick wit, and she had a lot of like honor and loyalty, and like, and then she died, and then she's supposedly in Silver Fox, and she is, but like, I still feel like I saw more Nightchill than I saw of Tattersail, and not getting more Tattersail was disappointing for me. But also, I related to Night Fox in that she's got like abandonment issues, and it caused her to make some really bad decisions that I could relate to a little too hard. And so I just felt so bad for her by the end of the book. And I know from my friend that we don't really get to see her again. She comes up in that Ian Esselmont's stuff, but not the rest of the series, basically. So that was disappointing, and also a little too close to home. But I did get to see a lot of my favorite characters, and not all of them died. Most of them died. Quickben didn't die, and that makes me very happy. I love Quickben. Best character. My favorite. It's going to be him and Apt, and then I'm sure there'll be other characters, but right now those are my top 2. I do really like Animander Rake, but I liked him more in Gardens of the Moon than I did in this one. It is a really good series. I'm starting to worry that, like, maybe it's just not the series for me. Maybe it's too sad for me. But I did start the 4th book, and I am shockingly enjoying it, like, a lot. So, it's good. Try it if you like stuff with fantasy. strong female characters.